Hi folks, and welcome again to our series Clouds, a Lesson, a Blessing and an Opportunity, where we look at mental health and aspects of mental health and perhaps how to make that a little better. Tonight I wanted to reiterate what we were doing in the last video, and that was around Stoicism. I think Stoicism for me is one of the great tools in life, one of the great philosophies, and one of the great lessons in where it trains us to live our life in the most appropriate and positive way. So that's what we're doing tonight. I want to apologize actually for being that wee bit later tonight because we were usually on at 9 o'clock, but we had some technical difficulties. Anyway, so you're very welcome for those of you who are here. So I wanted to talk about depression and Stoicism. So 300 million people worldwide suffer from depression. That's quite a significant amount of people in the world. And even for the rest of us who haven't suffered from depression on a long-term basis, almost all of us have gone through some period in our lives where we are depressed or we have a mood disorder. And that may involve lack of interest, lack of concentration, lack of energy, perhaps feelings of guilt and sadness and remorse and resentment and all those sort of things, and generally a sense of hopelessness. So I think we've all experienced some of that in our lives. And most people rely on medication to deal with that, antidepressants and whatever. But of course, antidepressants have a knock-on effect in that if we're using them too long, they become inactive to fight what they're supposed to be fighting. And then that begins a cycle of moving up to stronger medication and the same cycle continues. So we've got to be very careful with medication. And again, I'm not saying that one shouldn't take medication because it's definitely useful to get us over a very bad period of time, but only in the short term, I think is the most positive way of looking at it. In therapy, and I think therapy is important because it goes more to the root of depression and that what the depression is about, way that has come into our lives and helping us understand that. And of course, meaning is very, very important. But therapy gives you a way to retrain your thoughts. It's not easy, but this is where Stoicism comes in, and I think it's hugely helpful in that Stoicism gives you a perspective on life and how to go about life in the most positive and creative way possible. And it gives you good perspective, self-reliance, and all these concepts. The only thing you have control over really, and this is fundamental to Stoicism, the only thing that you have control over is your thoughts, your words, your actions, emotions, and how you look at the world, how you perceive the world. And the Stoics suggest that if that's the only thing that you can control, let go of the negative. Let go of all those things that you can't control and retrain your thoughts. Look at things from a different perspective. If you take control of what you can, you would go about it by increasing your awareness of your thoughts and analyze how you think on a day-to-day basis, on an hour-to-hour basis even, and look at the negatives. Look where all the negatives come in your thought patterns, and even your vocabulary. Edit your vocabulary. Get rid of all the negatives. Get rid of all the judgments about yourself and about other people. Bring only good things into your life, and that really will change your life completely. And of course, you control your actions. For instance, exercise more. Get more exercise. It's absolutely essential for good mental health. Is exercise, positive flowing energy throughout the body, the blood pumping, and it gives you a better mindset. And it does release endorphins that bring your mood up, of course. Eat well. It's really important to eat well. Get the proper vitamins and minerals and all those sorts of things in your diet. And keep that a regular occurrence. And eat regularly as well. If you have a meal, set it at a certain time, breakfast, lunch, dinner, and keep those meals regularly at those times if you possibly can. Get some naturopathic medicines or herbal medicines that will lift your mood, and of course speak to your naturopath about this at all times. But lithium orotate is very good. Vitamin D3, magnesium is very good for lifting your mood. Another thing you can do is positive affirmations. Write down positive affirmations and flood your body, flood your mind, flood your soul with positivity. Positive affirmations about yourself, positive affirmations about the future. And anything that you can do to raise that positive energy by self-talk is hugely important. Another very fundamental Stoic concept is look at negative events as opportunities. And of course, that's one of the reasons we call this series A Lesson, a Blessing, and an Opportunity, because it does give opportunities for change and movement forward. And of course, it's not just to accept that opportunity. When negative things come into our lives, we do have that choice to say, right, okay, well, this is something that I am being told that I need to look at, and the loss of this thing out of my life will give me an opportunity to bring new things in. And really, this is where the change of perspective comes in, and it's really so important to reframe those negative events in your life. You know, the bereavements, the deaths, the breakups, and the ill health, all these things. Look at them as opportunities for growth, for change, to bring new good things into your life. And the Stoic concept of the only thing that you can change is within yourself. All these things that happen out here are beyond your control, and you need to let go of any control that you may have out there. And it was one of the great Stoics, Marcus Aurelius, who was saying, if you are pained by anything external to you, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but it's your judgment of it. You have the power to resolve at any moment, any of these things within yourself by changing your perspective. Okay. I think if you have a look at Stoicism, I think even if you don't suffer from depression or mental health disorders, I think it's a great positive in your life, in anyone's life, how to reframe these situations in your life, change things in your life, be more self-actualizing and moving forward in a way where you're more controlled over your own actions, and letting go any sense of control over other events in your life, or other people indeed. Okay, what I wanted to do tonight is I wanted to do a very short meditation around the Desiderata. The Desiderata was a poem written by Max Ehrmann, I think in the 1940s, 1950s, which explains the Stoic concepts very, very well. So I wanted to do a meditation around this. We'll not be doing a shamanic journey tonight. It'll simply be a meditation on these words. And while I'm speaking these words, then I will drum at the same time. So first of all, ground yourself, settle yourself down, allow the energies of the earth to pull up through your feet, through your legs, up into your chakras, flooding your body with grounding energy. Close your eyes and begin deep, deep breaths. So breathe in to the count of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold for 4. release for 4, 2, 3, 4. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. And release, 2, 3, 4. Go placidly amid the noise and the haste. And remember what peace there may be in silence. As far as possible without surrendering, be on good terms with all persons. Speak your truth quietly and clearly, and listen to others. Even the dull and the ignorant, they too have their story. Avoid loud and aggressive persons. They are vexatious to the spirit. If you compare yourself to others, you may become vain or bitter, for always there will be greater or lesser persons than you. Enjoy your achievements as well as your plans. Keep interested in your own career, however humble. It is a real possession in the changing fortunes of time. Exercise caution in your business affairs. The world is full of trickery. But let this not blind you to what virtue there is. Many persons starve for high ideals, and everywhere there is heroism. Be yourself, especially do not be affected by the cynical. For in the face of all aridity and disenchantment, it is perennially as the grass. Take kindly of the counsel of the years. Gracefully surrender the things of youth. Nurture strength and spirit. To shield you in sudden misfortune. Do not distress yourself with dark imaginings. Many fears are born of fatigue and loneliness. Beyond a wholesome discipline, be gentle with yourself. You are a child of the universe, and whatever or not it is clear to you, no doubt the universe is unfolding as it should. Therefore, be at peace with God, whatever you conceive him as. And whatever your labors and aspirations, keep in the noisy confusion of life peace in your soul. With all its sham, drudgery, and broken dreams, it is a beautiful world. Be cheerful. Strive to be happy. I hope that was useful. I think if we followed the ideals and the sentiments of that poem, I think we ourselves would be much more healthier, wiser, and stronger people. And again, with all these changes in life of late and all the difficulties that we're experiencing in life, all the fears, all the lack of control, all the manipulations, if we put those principles into operation, I think we would thrive within that even. Okay, folks, thanks for joining us tonight. We'll be back during the week for another shamanic journey. Thanks for joining us. Good night.